Hi, I'm Lori from the Newton Free Library, and today at Get Creative we're going to do static electricity experiments. For our experiments you will need the following items: balloons, at least 2 to 4 balloons, tissue paper, a pencil, a pair of scissors, string, and a wool sweater or blanket. For our first static electricity experiment, we are going to, I call it dancing snow people. So the first thing you're going to do is to create your snow people. I have already traced mine on this first top sheet of the tissue paper. But the great thing is that once you trace it and then you put other sheets behind it, you just have to cut it out once. So I'm going to retrace over to show you how I made this snow person. And it's just a rough tracing, a rough sketch actually. And I'm tracing over it to show you, just get the idea of a snow person. And then you're going to cut these out. So I've cut out all my snow people. Now the next thing that I have to do is to blow up the balloon. You might need an adult's help for this. You just need a balloon about this size for your first balloon, and just make sure that you don't leave the bags around or extra balloons around in case of small children. So now we're going to charge our balloon. So we're charging the balloon by rubbing it really hard on one spot on a wool sweater or blanket. Okay, and now we're gonna hold it up high and we're gonna see how fast, if the snow people stand up, and how close we have to be to do that. All right, so we're gonna lower it from about a foot, and then we're gonna see how low, up, there we get a little bit, and there are, up, and there we go. We've got some standing up and some sticking to the balloon. So I would say we were probably about a couple of inches only above the snow people in order to get them. And now some of them won't come off. Some of them are still hanging on because of the static electricity. So you can try this out with different things. You can actually try it out by rubbing the balloon in your hair. You can try it out by rubbing the balloon. You have to wait until it's not charged again, but you can try it all different ways. So that is the dancing snow people experiment. Now, so how does this work? Electric charge is carried by tiny particles, protons, which are positively charged, and electrons, which are negatively charged. Normally, there are equal amounts of these tiny particles in an object. But when you rub the bottom of the balloon on the wool sweater or blanket, it picks up more electrons. So overall, it's negatively charged. Positive and negative charges attract each other. Charges of the same type repel. So when we bring the negatively charged balloon, and here we go again. When we bring the negatively charged balloon close to the paper, it pushes away the electrons in the paper and attracts the positive charges at the edge of the paper, and that's why the snow people stick to the balloon. Okay, now we're moving on to our next experiment where we're going to see how two negatively charged balloons are going to interact, and they should repel each other. So right now what I've done is I've just taken 2 different balloons and I've just tied some string. It doesn't matter how long the string is. So I've tied string to each end of a balloon, and I'm just gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna charge each balloon. Sometimes it helps to you can actually pick up your sweater and charge it that way, and rub all over the balloon. So now these balloons are actually repelling each other because of the static electricity. They are not attracting each other because they are both negatively charged and therefore they are repelling each other. It's important in this situation to make sure that you have covered the entire balloon in electric charge. You have to really rub these balloons. Another great experiment is that, and please don't waste water, but you can charge a balloon and then see if you can let the water run for a bit, and the water should bend. So that's another experiment that you can do with static electricity. We hope that you've enjoyed this Get Creative video. I found this experiment in this great book called Smithsonian Maker Lab, 28 Super Cool Projects, which you can get out of the library. And there's plenty of experiment books actually at the library, so please do come by and take some out. Thanks so much. Have a great day.